Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and I'm back with the next puzzle in the Hamilton Sudoku series. And by that, I mean I'm back. This is me recording basically the day after I got back from Brisbane. And I'll talk about that at some point. But oh my lord, wow. For the joys that I have been given in the last few days. So for those who aren't aware, first of all, this is a series of puzzles themed around the musical Hamilton. If you're not interested in the musical Hamilton, then just enjoy the puzzles. They are excellent Sudoku puzzles, or at least they have been so far. They've been designed to be uh, approachable by most solvers, solvable by expert solvers in sort of 10 to 20 minutes. And most of the people who are responding are saying that they are, some people are saying, oh, these are as easy as gas puzzles. I don't think that's the case, but others are responding saying that it's taking them sort of 20 to 30 minutes, and that's great. So, they're designed to be approachable, and I hope that everyone is enjoying the series. For me, these have been incredibly important. I've been going through some rough times and some phenomenal times in my life. Last week, I had the memorial for my father who passed away last month, my best friend, and then I was invited to Brisbane, and there were two main events up there. The first one was there was a performance of Hamilton with the Australian cast that Lin-Manuel Miranda was at in the audience. And then he spoke after the show, for which myself and a few other fans were put in the front row of that performance, and it was absolutely amazing. Um, and I got to speak to some of the cast afterwards, and it, yeah, just phenomenal. And then there was a Q&A with Lin-Manuel Miranda, and the next morning, and I was put front row center. So literally of the 3,000 people in the room, I was pretty much, apart from the people who were on stage and the interviewer, I was the closest. And it was just, oh my lord, it was overwhelming and phenomenal. So I will never be able to thank the people involved in all of that enough. Um, so anyway, yeah, this has been so important to me, and yeah, I'm back from that, and now I've got to remember how puzzles work. So it's Quiet Uptown by Angelica. This puzzle needs to be reset. So by Angelica Schuyler. So how do the rules work? I need to reset the puzzle. The rules I can see are wrong, but you can see the ones I see up here are correct. So we'll see how we go. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have green lines, which are weirdly shaped, but these are German whisper lines, and adjacent digits on lines must have a difference of at least 5. We have cells separated by a black dot must be in a 1 to 2 ratio. One must be double the other. Cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive, and not all dots are necessarily given. So it would be perfectly fine for those to either be consecutive or in a 1 to 2 relationship. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. So I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. I set this one up before I left, so it was sitting at days. Let's give this a shot. So the first thing I can see is this has to be a 6, a 7, an 8, or a 9, because along a German, and these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can actually restrict that a little further. And the reason for that is along a German whisper line, you can never put a 5, because 5 lower than 5 is 0 or less, or 5 or more lower, and 5 or more higher is 10 or higher. None of which of those are Sudoku digits. Now, if you take any low digit, you can't go down 5 because you would leave the bounds of Sudoku digits. And if you go up, the minimum you can hit is 6 or higher. And if you do start with high digits, 6 to 9, and you go up, you leave the range of Sudoku digits. But if you go down, the maximum you can hit is 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. So you end up with what we call alternating polarity. So you'll end up with a high digit must go to a low digit, and a low digit must go to a high digit. So anything adjacent to a high digit must be low, anything adjacent to a low digit must be high. So you go high, low, high, low, high, low. Now, keep trying to figure out a better way of explaining that. So these digits must be high, these must be low. Now this can't be a 6 because the only digit that could go next to 6 is 1, and I can't put 2 ones in the box. So this is 7, 8, or 9. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now, these could, well, Yeah, that could be a 4 if both of those are 9. So that is possible. Trying to see what to jump. This is 2 or 4. I can see this because this is a run of black dots. So these are one. Ah, that's nice. Right, this is cool. I like this. So this line, I know the color, the alternating polarity of. I'm actually going to color. So these are high digits. These are low digits. And I know this is high because this can't be 6, so this can't be 5. So, but up here, um, on black digits, you can never use 5, 7, or 9 because the ratios don't work. And 3, 6 could be does work on black dots, but it wouldn't work here because you'd have to go 3, 6, and then the only other digit you've got is 3. You can't go up from 6, and so 3 and 6 are only in relationships with each other. So this would be 3, 6, 3 or 6, 3, 6, which doesn't work. So this has to be from either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. But these are the same polarity. So if this is 8, this would have to be another high digit, and the only high digit that's available in this run is 8. So this would both be 8, and that doesn't work. So these both have to be low, which means all of these are low. These become 1, 2, 8 comes out of those two. These are 1, 2, 4, which means this has to be the 2 because this is if this is a 4, one of those has to be 8. It becomes 2, 4, 8. So this is the 2, and these are 1 and 4. One of those is now 4, so this has to be a 9, which is a high digit. And this has to be a 3 because it has to be a low digit, and 1, 2, or 4 are already gone, so this becomes the 6. That is very cool. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7, and 8. Can't put a 5 on a whisper line. So this is high, and that has set. Now I can continue the polarity on this line, so I'm going to do that. That is high, that is high, that is high, that is high, 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 and high. Those are high. These are low. And then because I've got that high digit, I can do exactly the same. This is low, 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 and then these are high. So this is low, so it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, and that's actually not that restricted for that black dot. This is 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's not what I'm looking for. So, where does 5 go in this row? Because these are from 7, 8, and 9, because these are high digits. So 5 is not in any of those. 5 is in one of those, but again, I can't put 5 on a black dot because the ratio would be 2.5 or 10. So this is the 5. And I've got all of the high digits. So this is a low digit. So this can't be 3 because this would be 6. So this is not 3. If this is from 1, 2, or 4. In fact, all of these are 1, 2, or 4. And this is therefore the 3, which means there's a 3 in one of those two. Now this is a high digit. This is 6 or 8, and it can't be 6 because 3 is down here. So this is 8, this is 4, which takes 4 out of there. It doesn't put 5 in it, it just takes 4 out. And these are from 1, 2, and 3. This is now the 5, which I could have gotten much earlier if I'd looked at the whisper lines and realized I can't put 5 on a black dot, which takes 5 out of there and puts 5 into there. So if I'd started with 5s, I would have actually gotten a lot more, a lot quicker. But you know what? I had fun. This 4 makes this 1 and this 4, which takes 4 out of there. 4 is absolutely in here, which lines up with what I've got. This now has to be a high digit. And this has to be a high digit. Okay, that's some progress. So this, there's no 8 in here. This is a 7, 9. This is a 6, which means this is a 1. This is the 2. This is the 3 because they can't put 2 or 3 next to 6. The 1 makes this 2, which means these are not 2, but 1 or 4 could still go next to 2. These are 6 and 7. Which means that can't be 4 because 4 can only go next to 9. So this is the 1, this is the 4. These are 8 and 9, which means this is, well, the 7, 9 made that 8, which makes that 7. That does the same thing. 8 can only be next to 1, 2, or 3. It can't be 1. So this is 2 or 3. 2 can't go next to 1, so it's 4. So this is 4 or 6 only. So 3 is, 2 is 7, 8, 9. 3 is 8 or 9. And this can't be 6 because this would have to be another 1. So this is also 7, 8, or 9. Because if this is a 6, both of those would have to be 1. Now, could these be 1 and 3? If those are 1 and 3, that would just, yeah, they could be. Now, this is a low digit. That's been a low digit for ages. Again, I am probably not looking at this the best way, but okay. Um, 5 is in one of those two because I can't put it up here, which means where does 5 go in this box? Because like, if 5 in this column can't go in any of those, yeah, where does 5 go in this box? It can't go in any of those. That becomes a 5. Okay, so 5 is in one of those, but 5 can't go in any of those. This is a 5, so this is a 5. I should, even when I realized up here, I should have been chasing 5s. I should be chasing 5s down here. 5 is in one of these two. 5 is in one of those 3. That's run out a little bit faster than I'd hoped. Now, these now have to be the same. Right, these are low, because in order for these not to be both high or both low, one of them would have to be a 5. So, because otherwise, if eight and 9 are both high, 7 and 8 are both high, 6 and 7 are both high. If I do the other 3, 4, they're both low. The only way to make them not both the same, I can't do a low and a high because I need the 5. Because 4 and 6, the two closest together, aren't consecutive, but I don't have the 5. So these have to be the same. But I've already got 3 lows, so there are 3 highs. So if these were high, these I'd have 5 highs. So these are both low. Which means they must contain a 3 because there must be an odd and an even digit on each consecutive, and I don't have the 1 available. So there must be a 3 on these. And this is a high digit. So this is a 7, an 8, or a 9. And this is a 2 or a 4, and it can't be a 4 because it sees this can't be a 1, it can't be a 3, so this is 2 or 4, and if it was 4, both of those would have to be a 9, so that's a 2. So this can't be 1 or 3, it's 1 or 4, and it can't be 4 because, so this is the 1. So this is a 3, 4 pair. That's very cool. So there is a 6 in here. So these are 6, 7, 8, 9. There must be a 6 in here, I can't put a 9 there. That's not helping me as much as I might like. But, oh, there's a 2 in one of these. But I could put the 2 there. I'm still missing something. This is not a 1, but... Okay, that 4 has made that 3, which makes that 4. Now, there's no 8 there. These diagonal lines seem really hard to figure out what the polarity might be. This 2 has made this 3, so I actually have these now because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this has to be 1 or 9 because if this is 4, this is 9. If this is 6, this is 1. So this is 1 or 9. But that hasn't... Oh, wait, that 4 has told me that's the 6, that's the 4. So this is actually the 1. So we've got high, low, low. Now this is 2, 3, or 4, and this is a high digit, so it's 6, 7, or 8. And it's not 6 because the 6 is already in the box. This is not 4. Oh, this 3 made this 6 ages ago, which means this is not the 6, this is the 6. 8 is in one of those two. This 3, 4 is looking down, taking 3, 4 out of there. This is 1 or 2, but that's making that able to be anything. There'll be a trick. This is 2, 7, 8. This is a 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 5. These are 3. This is a 3, 5 pair for the column. So there's no 3 there. But this still works, which is fine. This is a triple. 1, 2, 4, which are all low. This is a 2, this is a 1, which makes that a 2, but that's okay. 2 is down here by Sudoku. So 2 is down here by Sudoku, 3 is down here by Sudoku, but I don't... Ah, this is an 8 because of that invisible 9, so there's no 8 here. This is down to 2 or 7. And these are 1, 2, 4, 7, and there's no 4 there. So this is the 4, which is low. And the 2 is looking down, making that the 7 and that the 2, and now I've got the polarity. Right, that's what I needed. So this is a low digit, and it's not 2, 3, or 4. So this is the 1 which makes that the 2. There you go. So this is the 2. And now these are high digits, which means that is not the 3. And it was never a 5. So this is actually a 3-5 pair because 3-5, 3-5, they have to go down here and they're not high. So this is a 3-5 pair, giving me a 3-5 pair there as well. But this 1-2 makes this 4, takes 4 out of those. This is really good. Now, next to, this has to be 7, 8, or 9 because it has to next to be 2. So there's the 7, 8, 9 triple, which makes for the 3-5. Cool. Now this is 7, 8, 9 because it has to be high and it sees a 6. So 1, 2, 3, this is a 4 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9 triple. So this is a 4, which looks over here, making this 2, this 1, this 2, and 2 is not next to 5. So this becomes the 3, which is low. This becomes the 5, which takes 5 out of there. But more importantly, that becomes the 3, that becomes the 5, takes 5 out of there, puts 5 in there. And this becomes the low digit. I probably don't need all this high-low anymore. By Sudoku, that now becomes the 3. And these are all high. This is C6 and 7, so it's 8, 9. This becomes the 6 and the 7. This is also high. This 2 looks like making this the 3. This is not 2. This is a 7, 8 pair. And that's because of that 2, which means this is the 9 and this is the 2. That 2 looks down, making this 1. This has to be the last high digit for the column. And this has to be the last high digit for the row. This has to be the last high digit for the box. And this has to be the 4, which completes that box. And I think that's all the low digits done. So now I just need to figure out how to do the high digits. There'll be a pointing something. Like if I turned on the pencil mark checker, it would just scream at me. So these are 6, 7, and 9. There'll be something screaming at me. That 9 looks like making that 8, which makes that 9. That takes 9 out of there. So this is 6 or 7, giving me a 6, 7 pair in the row. So this becomes 8, which means this has to be odd. So it's not 6 or 8, this is 7 or 9, but there's a 6, 7. So this is the 9. The 8 looks like making this 7 and this 8. This is now 6 or 7. The 9... It's got to be whisper logic, doesn't it? Yeah, this is a 3. This can't be a 7 and hasn't been able to be for ages because it would be too close to the 3. This is the 9. This is the 7. 9 comes out of there. 7 comes out of there. 7 comes out of there. 9 comes out of there. Is there more whisper logic I've missed? Yes, there's a 2 there. That can't be a 6 because it would be too close. That's the 7. That's the 6. The 7 looks down, making that the 6 and that the 7. The 7 takes 7 out of there. There's an 8, 9 pair, so this becomes the 6. Takes 6 out of there. Trying to confirm I haven't missed more whisper logic, and I'm just looking for Sudoku. So this 6 now makes this 7, which makes this 6. This 9 looks back, making this 7, which makes this 8, which makes this 9. Look down, make this 8, make this 9, make this 8. The 8 looks across, making this 7, which makes this 9. And that is It's Quiet Uptown by Angelica Schuyler. That was really cool. I like that one. I didn't see all the digits in the street, but have pity. That was really, really cool. I enjoyed that puzzle a lot. Trying to get back my head back into puzzles because for the last few days I have been completely and utterly out of my puzzle game. Thank you everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the series. I'm probably going to try and do some normal puzzles over the next few days. And I do have more of these in the queue apparently, but we'll see how it all goes. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the channel. I've been doing a lot of stuff over on BremSter Games just to try and have some fun and have some me time. Maybe you've been enjoying that. I don't know. And as always, good luck with your solving.